Brought to you by CBCS, Comic Book Certification Service. Offering grading and certifying. Pressing and dry cleaning. Authenticate and verify of signatures. A rewards program. Promo codes. Visit cbcscomics.com today. CBCS, it's the clear choice.
You are listening to the Earplug Podcast Network, a Fanboys Inc. production.
That is the most intense intro that we have.
Didn't fix it.
No, but you got to admit, I think it's pretty cool. I am Louis Perry. That's my sister from another mister, the one and only, that Wonder Woman, Jamie Dolan. She sells more T-shirts than anyone in possible history. I swear to God. Anyway, what's going on? We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We may have a guest.
I'm popular.
Yes, you are. I know why you're popular. I can't really say why or why not. But hey, look at this. We have Aviva is in the house. Good evening, Aviva. And Brian Rose says, hello, everyone.
Brian.
I meet it this week. Yes, and Brian, good point on what you brought up about Ghostbusters. You are correct. Thank you very much for filling me in on that. And I remember all that. Ghostbusters says that it was predicted in the first movie that Egon's death. I don't want to spoil it too much, but Brian brought all that up, and I was like, oh my God, you are correct. You are right. Had an exciting weekend this weekend at Collecticon 2, CT Collecticon 2. I was hanging out with Jack Purcell. I seen a lot of our friends there. A lot of oh, the light just flickered. We're having wicked storms. Aviva, are you guys safe out in
What?
Northampton?
You're having a storm?
Yeah, it's like
That's
raining
not
and
even fair. I want a storm.
no, we're supposed to have thunder and lightning too out here in good old Ware,
That's not even
Massachusetts.
fair.
Yeah, but it's pretty nasty outside.
I just wake up and
and
there's
everything.
snow on everything, and then I go to bed and it's gone. Actually, it's gone by lunchtime.
Yeah. Brian says, you're welcome. I knew you'd get a good kick out of that. And Chris Hebert, one of our sponsors, says, great time had by all. Yes, it was. It was a fantastic time. And I'm so glad I had your mom laughing. Jamie, I want to tell a quick story really quick. One of the prizes for the raffles that we were giving away was an actual record player. One of the newer ones, you play MP3s or you can go through your computer. And it was won by, there was these two kids and their grandma. and their grandma won the record player. And she came, oh my God, she was so happy she won the record player. She came up and she started telling me a story like about a record player. I said, thanks, Grandma, you won the record player. I don't need a story. And Chris's mom said that she almost peed her pants when I said that because it was
You're
the funniest
so
thing.
rude.
But everybody
Can't
was
even
laughing,
deal with
and
you.
and well, no, the lady herself started laughing. Chris's
You know,
mom got
I would have been mortified if I was there and you did
well.
that.
That's why we work so together. You would have been mortified. J-Bo McNeil's in the
Mm.
house, and J-Bo says hi.
Hi,
I hope you're feeling better,
J-Bo.
brother. Um, but it was so funny. The people that were in front of us, some of the vendors that were in front while I was doing the announcements, they were laughing hysterically. And there was these two gentlemen. One's name was Rob because he had it written. Chris says his mom, she did like that.
Well, that's fine. I still would have been mortified. Where's
Yeah,
my
she would
bad
have been.
dog?
I would have definitely gotten
Bad
yelled at.
dog.
So
Oh, he's not being bad.
and Andrew is Andrew.
Hi,
First of all,
Andrew.
I do
Are
want to
you
say
back? Like you were on a plane earlier today.
yes. I want to bring that up, Jamie, really quick. First of all, I want to say thank you for the Christmas card, Andrew. But
Oh
once
yes.
again,
Did you
once
see?
again,
He's
yes,
a picture of
yes.
me on the
Once
back.
again, Mrs. Famous is on Andrew's Christmas card, and where am I? Nowhere to be found.
You
But
leave him
Jamie's on.
alone. He'll be on this
No, wait a minute.
card
I want
when
to
Corey gets his
apologize.
gift box.
I know. I want to apologize to Andrew because I knew where Andrew was last night, and he tried to call me once or twice while he was
Oh no.
where he was, and I did not pick up because I didn't even watch the pay per view. He was at a
Wow.
wrestling pay per view last night,
Yes,
and
I
I did
even
not.
knew that because I pay attention
Yeah,
to my friend's
the thing
social
is,
media.
I completely forgot that Andrew was going, and he did tell me, "I'll call you Sunday night," and it didn't click. And I just want to apologize, brother. He did. I had this message, and I woke up this morning getting ready for work at 4 a.m. and I'm like, oh crap.
Aww.
Then he starts sending me pictures, and I'm like, oh
Wah.
man. And then so Cody's like, why didn't Andrew text me? I'm like, because he doesn't like you, pretty much. Chris
Wow.
Hebert says,
Real
Lewis,
nice.
where was the coffee? Let me get to that really quick. These two gentlemen, both we were in the VFW is where this little show was. One was was a former Navy officer. He was in older gentleman, was actually in his naval uniform. And then there was Rob. I knew his name was Rob because Rob was on his jacket. Rob was a former Vietnam veteran, and I thanked him for his service. For some reason, he thought I was the guy at Chris's con. It kept asking me the entire time, when was the coffee going to be served? I finally said, Rob, there is no coffee.
Because you're
Go get it.
probably the loudest one there.
Well, they gave me a microphone, Jamie. You know me. When I get on a microphone,
God.
I cannot be quiet.
Yeah.
Andre,
Yeah.
what
Hi,
is going on,
Andre.
brother? Thank you very much for stopping in. We really appreciate it. And Andrew says, ha.
Ha.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was a great time, and I really appreciate it. We made some connections. A couple more Angry Geeks approved comic shops are going to be popping
Nice.
up, and one in Jamie's area that you're gonna have to go see. The guy is a friend of yours on Facebook actually, and he's trying to reach out to you. But I told him that you do have issues with Facebook Messenger, but he wants both of us to go to his shop, see his
I
shop,
have
to
no
make it
such
Angry Geeks
messages
approved.
on Facebook Messenger. I just
No,
check.
not yet. Not yet. He's not
Oh.
yet. I'll get
I
more
only
to
check
it
it.
after.
Anybody that messages me on Facebook, I only check it on Mondays because that's where Lou sends me the link, and I don't use it on my phone.
Yes.
So
Now, speaking, before we get on with the show, we have a special interview this Saturday night, 7 p.m.
Saturday only at 7 p.m.
Yes. And now the guy is extremely busy. So those of you with small children, if you want to be a part of this, we're going to see if we can make it private. But the man of the month, the man of the hour, the man with all the power, and he can see you when you're sleeping and he knows when you're awake. That's right. The Angry Geeks will be interviewing Santa Claus. Santa Claus will be here, right here with the Angry Geeks on Saturday night at 7 o'clock. It's going to be a half-hour stream. Don't know if Jamie's going to be here, but I will be here. Santa will be here in the Geek Lair to talk to the kids for a half hour Saturday night. This coming Saturday night, 7 o'clock. We will make an announcement, but 7 o'clock Saturday night, Santa with the Angry Geeks. So just keep an eye out. So Chris Norris, Jabo, you know what to do there, brother. I did have a lot of people jumping on my Facebook page when I did mention this. So please, 7 o'clock this coming Saturday. What is this Saturday, Jamie? The 7th? What is this Saturday? The 11th.
Consult my phone device here. The 11th.
The 11th.
Saturday,
Santa, the 11th. 7 p.m. with
What are you doing?
Angry Geeks live.
Stop being
stream.
distracted.
I'm not. I'm just going to put this up there. Hold on. And we want to put this up here, right there. There you go, right there. So we want to keep that up there for a little bit. So now, and Andre says, will there be coffee? Yep. I don't know.
I
Probably
need
hot
coffee.
cocoa.
I'm so dumb. I thought I made coffee and apparently I didn't. I don't know what is wrong with me. And I keep 3 days a week. I think I said this last week. I keep making coffee, but forgetting to put the cup under the thing. So it just goes.
You did
everywhere.
It again?
I do it 3 days a week.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
Put the cup underneath there first.
I think I do.
That's the first rule of etiquette.
It's been 3 weeks in a row, at least 3 times a week. I'm just a mess. I don't know what's wrong with me.
You put the thing. At least it's not. I remember when I was a kid and I worked at the Broad River Market in Delhi. I was in charge of making the coffees in the morning, the coffee pots, and I did it with 2 full coffee pots. I forgot to put the coffee pots underneath, and I had a flood in the back. It was it does get nasty. It gets super nasty if you don't do that.
It's a mess.
Oh yeah, it can be. What did you watch? Did you watch Hawkeye this week?
Yes, I did. Games?
Well, really? What did you think?
I love it. Oh
yes!
My God!
Did you watch all 3 episodes or just?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what are your besides loving it? I mean,
I'm super happy with it so far. I'm just really, really into it. Wednesday cannot come soon enough for me. It's. I watched. What did I do? I watched 1 episode. No, it wasn't even on my lunch break. I don't remember. I think it was on the treadmill when I watched. I didn't do them all back to back. It was separate days, but.
Okay.
Yeah, I am in love with the whole thing.
Me as well.
That's
and of course,
that's my opinion. I love the girl that plays Kate.
Mm-hmm.
I think she does an amazing job. She's perfectly annoying, but in a good way. I really like her. No.
Oh.
Was that convincing?
Very much.
You stole my pancakes. Just saying. But
I don't make you pay for it. My credit card.
But Wolfie tagged me on a post earlier on Facebook.
I seen it. I was gonna bring that up later.
Did you see my comment?
No, not yet. I seen it. I seen us both tagged in the post. I'm pretty sure Wolfie will be jumping in here soon. But I seen it, but I didn't look. Not yet. Not yet. I love. Oh, we're getting some more comments here, but we'll get to them in a minute. And Andre, yes, Santa Claus. I'm pretty sure he's old school, so I'm pretty sure he'll be ho-ho-hoing the whole time he is on live streaming.
That's not even what he said.
I know what he's saying, and I'm not gonna. Do not put the whole comment up. Don't
I
put the whole
can't. You have the power.
Don't. I was
You
talking
just
to
put
the
it up.
producer, and he did put it up. And
Will
go ahead,
Sansa be
Jamie, read it.
politically correct, or will he be calling people ho ho hos?
Brian Rose says only got to see the first episode so far, and Nick is in the house. And Nick says Rogers the musical, Spider-Man Off the Dark. And what does Andre come back and say? Great show. Also started watching Hit Monkey. Love that show. I told you guys last week to
I
watch
didn't
Hit
start
Monkey.
that yet. I've been watching like Cowboy Bebop's been my
Oh, okay.
go-to on the treadmill, so I'm really into that right now. So I don't think I'm going to be watching anything else for a while.
All right,
Unless
we're gonna
with Hawkeye, like I'm going to keep watching that, but that'll be my only.
Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. I love the treatment for Echo on Hawkeye.
Yes.
I love how they're bringing the character to life.
I'm just loving all these badass girls. Just saying.
For sure.
Just makes my heart happy.
And the swordsman, the cliffhanger at this week's episode. Now it is. I am just saying that is fantastic. Yeah, the cliffhanger they had was just phenomenal.
So good.
Yeah, it is. No, it's only going to be 8 episodes, which is
that's disappointing because this is the 4th coming out this week, so we're already halfway through.
Now, did you catch the arrow right? The second I saw the arrow, I saw the tip before it was even focused in on it, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And then when they focused in on the tip even more, it was like I was correct. The trick arrow when they were on the bridge,
one or the
Pym arrow. Yeah, I didn't want to give it away, but yes.
I caught on to that one. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
The suction cup arrow. At first, I was like, "Did they waste?"
But I liked how they brought it back later, and then you're like, "Oh, that makes sense."
It's brilliant storytelling. Now, another thing, I gauge people, not fair weather fans or non-comic book fans, liking something like this, not just by our audience. Our audience is hardcore. Aviva, Jabo, Andre, Nick, Brian. We know if they like something, they're going to let us know. I gauge other movies by you, if you cry or not. I gauge movies and TV shows if they're going to be a hit with outside fans, if it keeps Rose's attention. And Rose actually asked me, she goes, "Pause this. I need to go to use the ladies' room." Okay, I don't want to say
and
bathroom.
You're like, "What?"
I was like, she like, this is a hit right here. Click. Okay. Uncle Joe is in the house. Hey, Uncle Joe, how are you? I hope you're feeling well. I hope you're feeling well. So I knew right there that it held her attention. It's a hit because WandaVision didn't do that for her. WandaVision got way too deep.
For me either.
Exactly. So WandaVision, I watched that all by myself.
It grew on me towards the end. Like now I'm waiting for more, but in the beginning it was slow and I was not into it.
Yeah, Rose did not care for that. She's like, "Nah, that's okay. You can watch it on your own." She didn't care for it. Right now with Hawkeye, she's like, "No, pause it. I'll be right back. Pause it.
It's so good.
Yeah, and it makes me keep waiting for the next one over and over and over again. It just sucks that it's only going to be 7 or 8 episodes. Too bad. Just way too bad. Shang-Chi, have you watched it? Rewatched it again since it's on Disney Plus.
I haven't rewatched it. I watched it in the theater and I loved it.
Yeah, you watched it in the theater. Yeah, I did too, but I'm also looking at rewatch values on certain films, and Shang-Chi is there. I loved it.
I would totally. I mean, it's definitely rewatchable, and I will watch it again. It's when I run out of things.
Okay. Mark May says hi. Hi, Mark. How are you? Congratulations on
Mark.
the house. Uncle Joe says, "Is the Anger Geeks going to make an appearance at WinterCon in January in NYC? ARE will be set up there." We haven't gotten a call. Steve and I, or the man behind the curtain and I, were talking about panels and what we need to do to amp it up at certain different cons. Not sure, but I will be making an appearance at Alternate Universe LLC Milford this Sunday. We'll be doing a live stream from there as well. On this Sunday, I already said that. We'll be there this Sunday doing a special show from there. So we may get the assignment then. I'm not sure. Brian Rose says that he was going to watch it, but he
And
haven't seen. What?
Brian, I'm watching the anime,
Oh, okay.
not
Oh,
the Netflix remake.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
You
we
missed his
skipped
question
over.
earlier.
All right.
Yeah.
And is it an anime or Netflix read? All right. So you're watching the
anime.
The anime. All right. Is it good or no?
I love it.
Okay.
And honestly, it was another one. It started out slow. Like I was like, okay, where are they going with this? Because in the very, very beginning, there's not a lot of character development, and part of why I get into these is because of the characters. So my kid's like, no, just keep watching it. Just keep watching it. I'm like, okay. Now, as you progress, there's a ton of character development, and you really fall in love with a lot of them. And now I'm just like, now I need to know everything that happens. Like, I just need to know everything. So I'm sucked in.
Now, some of our acquaintances from My Hero Academia work on Cowboy Bebop. Have you recognized any of the voices? Yeah, I like to do that now. The more of the people that we work with, I try to pick out their voices, and I'm wondering if you did that.
They do so many different voices. Like I mean, that's not an easy thing to do. I mean, he also worked on Seven Deadly Sins and was Melodious.
So,
and that's like my favorite and my favorite character. So, it's neat that they do that. And then it's kind of mind blowing too, because I don't, when I'm watching them, I'm not thinking about who's voicing them, but then the fact that later on, I'm like, oh wow, yeah, I met him or I met her. It's weird,
Yeah, it's mind boggling. And Batman is in the house. What's up, Matches?
Hi, Matches.
It is mind boggling, and watching a lot of animated stuff now, I'm like, oh my god, Amy and I
honestly I'm really jealous of them. Like, I wish I could be in a closet in my house recording in different voices for my job.
Brian Rose says Spike's voice is the current voice of Wolverine Steam Blum.
Steve, not Steam.
That's what I said, Steve.
You said Steam.
Are you sure?
Yes.
And Uncle Joe has something with big words. Why don't you read Uncle Joe's comment?
Jamie, we need to do a Wonder Woman mini video with Wonder Woman jumping into wrestling ring and start throwing all the wrestlers out over the top rope.
I'm game.
That sounds so much fun.
Yes, I'm definitely game. We should do that. That will be.
The question is, will my costume be able to withstand that?
Oh, wear the old one. Wear the old one. Stunt costume.
That one's like too big. I won't be wearing any costume if I wear that one. It's gonna fall right off.
We'll have to make alterations. We can. Right. We'll definitely do it. I think that we should do that. That will be a new poll. Keep going to the website, by the way, please, and answer our survey. No, we need these survey questions for sure. The current survey. Yes. Double stick tape, says Andre. We already did that. We did the what was it? Alien tape we had to use.
We did the alien tape. That was a very temporarily worked, but yeah, nothing likes to stick to urethane.
Okay. Yeah, and Matches says Jamie photo shoot with the horses. Ahem.
Yes, it's a bit chilly for that.
Yeah, and Uncle Joe comes back and says Velcro.
But it'll happen. That's what's on there. Well, the old one's actually a zipper. The new one's Velcro, but the problem is attaching the Velcro to the urethane.
That's the problem that we have.
That is the problem. Yes.
Yeah. Well, anyhow, yes, I think we should do that for sure. I think that would be awesome. I can arrange it. I know a lot of wrestlers. Yeah. I think we should.
And I just like to
definitely-
throw people, so there's that.
That's why I don't get you mad too much. And, and Matches says, Lewis, I need a Lobo. Yeah, I was so fortunate enough. I scored 2 Lobos. I got 1 in the package.
He won't
and
share. He's keeping 1 in the box and 1 he took out of the box to play with.
Well, this is what
not
Rose said too. Now,
sharing.
Rose, if I get Wonder Woman, and if I get a Superman, yeah, I do get 2. I get 1 to take out and 1 to play with. I do that exact with the Wonder Woman as well. But when it comes
Neil.
to when hold on, what did my kid say? Neil says, I volunteer as tribute to be thrown over the ring. Neil,
I will throw you.
now I did something to Neil during Thanksgiving, right before Thanksgiving dinner, and he cried like a little bitch, just so you know. I forget what it was, but he was screaming.
Rude. Why are you being so mean to him? This is 2 weeks in a row.
I'm not.
I will throw you over the ring.
And my Godfather, hello, Godfather, hello. The Godfather's in the house. We have to be polite right now. Hello, Godfather. How are you?
Hello.
And yes, Andre, two Lobo action figures. If you go over to my personal Facebook page, you will see them. And Neil is saying, "Get him, Jamie." Actually, I think it was the Samoan Stump.
He's probably glad he's 2 hours away right now.
Oh yeah, a little bit, just a little bit. Anyway, I want to talk about F is for Family. I don't know if anyone out there has been watching this film. I do want to talk about first, before we came on air. I was Uncle Louis says, but that everything is all good. I'm going to be in Milford on Sunday, by the way, at Alternate Universe LLC. Please come by and see me. Joey and Alyssa will be coming by, or Joey, Heather, and the kids will be coming by. So why don't you come by and see me? And he said, "This is typical Italian. Be right back eating." Big Mouth has a Christmas special in the newest season. You see Santa like you do not want to see Santa at all. Ever again. I don't know. Where is Michael Pelletier right now? You do talking about Big Mouth. If you guys have watched the current season of Big Mouth and you have seen the Christmas episode, I'm speechless. I will tell you in private. Please private message me if you have not seen it, of how you see Santa Claus with Mrs. Claus and what they cause the elf. And Neil, Jamie, please read Neil's comment.
Neil, because you can't say traumatized.
Yeah, I can say traumatized. Believe you me, I was traumatized
from that episode.
Yes, I just watched the Christmas episode tonight while I was cooking dinner, and wow. And Matches comes back and says that there is no Justice League Wonder Woman. Not yet. And Andre says that was great. So apparently a lot of people have seen the Christmas episode of Big Mouth, and they warn you in the beginning of the show that you're going to see Santa like you've never seen him before. And yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Anyhow, F is for Family. If you are a child of the 70s and you grew up in the 70s, F is for Family is definitely a show. Is for you.
Back
and
again.
Kevin is back.
It's me. Finally, after a 3-month hiatus.
You want to read the whole
He
thing?
Didn't love us anymore. Guess who's back again? It's me. Kevin Kench has finally returned to the Angry Geeks podcast.
And it's just in time as we play a video for our sponsor. We'll be right back after these quick messages.
Angry Geek Show. Brought to you by CH Square Collectibles, Comics Collectibles, and more. Magic the Gathering every Friday at 6 p.m. Located at 39 Wedgwood Drive, Suite 232, Jewett City. Comics, sports card, autographs, online sales, CH Square Collectibles, proud sponsor of the Angry Geek Show.
And we are back, and welcome back, Kevin. We really miss you. Have not yet started watching season 2 of Revelations. I know it's out. I just have not yet watched it. Jamie, have you watched any of Masters of the Universe yet?
Is it Revelation?
That's what I said. That's what I said.
That's not.
I had buffalo
you
chicken. My
said.
mouth is on fire tonight. I cannot
Oh.
talk. What? I can't talk.
Revelations.
Yes, that's what I said.
It's
Have
not
you
even
watched
a real
any of
show. No,
Yes, it
I
is.
have not.
No, you
Because it's
I haven't watched-
Revelation.
Revelations. I haven't watched any of it yet. I know it's there. And Thomas, how you doing, brother? How you
Hi.
feeling? How are you? And Brian Rose says he only saw clips on YouTube and people are spamming it all over there. I don't know why. I loved the first season. I thought it was great. But
I did too.
yeah, I definitely, and once again, a strong female character is the lead. Definitely have to
Love it.
tune in and watch it. I know. So give us your
My bad
solid
dog,
opinion,
boy.
and
Bad
what are
dog.
you
Stop it.
give us your solid opinion on Cowboy Bebop. How many Angry Geek Shield would you rate it?
Right now?
Yeah,
I'm
right
only
now.
in episode 20 something, I think.
Now, without knowing the anime, without knowing any of the characters, is it a good thing for someone to jump into? How is the art compared to other animes? How is the dubbing? A lot of people have problems. Non-anime fans won't watch it because of the dubbing. How is the dubbing or the storytelling? Because I do
That's
get a lot of
fine.
feedback.
Yeah.
I get a lot of
I mean,
feedback.
I don't have any issues with it.
Okay.
It's not. I mean, it's easy to watch, and you just follow it episode through episode. I don't know what you. I like it.
Okay.
I don't know what you want from me here.
Well, no, I want to just an honest opinion.
I mean,
As
if I
I
didn't
said,
like it, I wouldn't be watching it.
no,
There's definitely
agreed.
some animes. There are some that I started and I was like, yeah, no, and I couldn't even tell you what they were because they went out the window.
Yeah, agreed.
Um,
Agreed.
No, it's good. And like I said, like it was for me. It was kind of not slow to start, but I was like, okay, so here's these characters, but you didn't have any kind of backstory right away. It takes you a little bit to get through enough episodes to get to their stories. But once, like now that I'm there, I'm like fully invested.
Okay. Now, are you interested in the live action film or the Netflix reboot?
So I'm not like really ever a big fan when they make live action stuff of anything that's not live action. So I don't know. I caught bits and pieces of it when they were watching it upstairs, and I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I get what you're saying. Some things that they make live action out of is amazing. The very first and third Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were amazing. Okay,
Right.
They were great.
Yeah,
Secret of
and
Ooze,
I like those.
not so much.
I mean, some of the stuff that I read, like there's a lot of people that aren't happy with the way that they're portraying Faye, who is one of the characters, one of the main characters, and stuff like that. So, I eventually, probably once I get through all of it, I'll watch the live action so I can have a full comparison. But I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I was just asking to see how you feel. I mean, I'm looking at it and I'm like, what do I watch it? I hear a lot of good things about it, but which do I watch first? If I watch the live action, would I appreciate that?
I mean, I would
Opposed
definitely
to-
start with the anime. Bad dog, stop. His new name is Bad Dog. Sorry. He's no longer Nero. Yeah, Brian, I kind of wish they did the same thing. Honestly.
What did he said? I rather Netflix
So Brian
instead.
says I rather Netflix instead did a series based in the past of Spike, Julia, and Vicious, and
Okay.
I really think that would be awesome.
And Bill with one
Hi,
L is
Bill.
stopping in. We miss you too. We miss you very much, brother. Yeah, I hope the Haunt season was very good to you. Bill is a haunter. So
I
who
saw Bill
are
at
the?
King Richard's Fair.
I seen the photos.
That was
I
like
did
forever
not
ago at
see.
this point.
I did not see Bill at all this season, and I haven't seen him since my ankle issues. So it was a long time, and
that's a long
I
time.
miss Bill quite much. So Spike, Julia, and Vicious. Explain these three characters. I'm not familiar with Cowboy Bebop at all. I've never watched it when it was on Adult Swim. Excuse me, I cannot talk tonight.
You can't talk today.
I know.
So long story
I don't know
short,
anything
the
about
three
it.
of them were part of a syndicate, and Spike wanted out. I don't want to give too much away. So Spike's a bounty hunter now. We'll just go there. Julia just kind of was missing. I'm at the point where he just, I don't want to ruin too much of it. But, they were romantically involved, Spike and Julia. And, yeah.
Okay,
Vicious is cool. He has a bird. So, he's automatically my favorite because there's a cool bird.
Okay.
But I don't want to get too into it and
I
give
get
it
it.
away. Like,
No, I just want to know. All right, let me ask you this, Jamie. You know me. You live with me. You talk to me almost on a daily basis.
I don't think you're gonna like it.
All right, that's what I was going to ask you. Would it hold my attention span?
No.
Will it appeal to me?
No.
That's what I'm asking you.
This is one of those things. This is a Jamie thing, not a Lewis and Jamie thing, or a Lewis
all right, so
thing.
it'll definitely go over my head. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. I don't think that you would be into it.
Okay, that was my question. There's no pretty colors. There's no
explosions I mean, there's tons of explosions, and there's a lot of and there's characters there's a character Edward that you would really like. Actually, I think you would find Edward pretty amazing. Okay. And there's a dog Ein, you would like them, but I don't see it something that you would really get into and want to continue watching. You'd watch it because it's on, but not because you're really into it.
Okay. All right. That was my question. Should I waste my time to see if I want to watch it? That was what I was saying.
No.
Okay. Fair enough.
I don't think it's something you would be into. I could be wrong, but I don't think it is.
Now, what about the 7 Deadly Sins? What about that one? See, that's what
you would like that more, I think.
Okay. It's like a lot of the anime. We have that we have the anime channel. Cody gets that. And Brian Rose has another great comment. If you want to see an anime movie, you have to buy it in Blu-ray. I think he's talking about Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Cody has his anime channel. I know people that learned to speak and understand Japanese from. What are you doing?
I threw the ball for the dog and I threw it on the table, not over there.
Now this is really cool. I mean, I know people who learned to speak and understand Japanese from watching anime, and I think that's just phenomenal. That's totally incredible.
My niece is doing that.
It's insane. I mean,
and she's a kid, but she literally is learning Japanese through the animes, and it's incredible. But when they're young, their minds are like sponges, and it's so different. But yeah,
Yeah, and
It's awesome.
it's like Rosetta Stone for it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, because
Niobe
even
says
when
word.
Jess watches them, he prefers to watch them in Japanese and with the
Read the
subtitles.
subtitle. That's how Cody and Neil would watch it.
I am not a subtitle person. I get too distracted by the subtitles, and I just look at
Correct.
that and I block out everything else.
Hmm.
So, and I was watching that. Oh my god, it's like the longest name in the world. How to pick up girls in a dungeon, or whatever the
You were
really long
watching
name
that.
of
I
that
think
is.
that was like last year. You were watching
Yeah,
that.
but
You thought it was so great at one point.
I
I thought.
loved it. I did. I love it. The only thing that drove me nuts. I think I was watching it on Hulu, and stop right now.
It's like she's talking to me, but she's talking to the
This
dog.
dog is being really bad tonight. Here, now he's coming. See, he got yelled at. Stop.
Nero, ladies and gentlemen.
Every other episode, one was subbed, one was dubbed, one was subbed, one was dubbed. So that was hard for me, and I don't know why it was that way, but I think it was Hulu, but it kind of drove me nuts. But I was so invested in the show at that point that I had to continue watching it. So, because I think the first season was on Netflix, and then the second season or whatever it was only on Hulu, I think.
Okay.
So
how did you? I mean, would that one be? Do you think that one would hold my attention span, or not at all?
I could see you watching that one too.
Okay. But see, yeah, like Hit Monkey, I love that show.
Because it's quirky, and you're like, I just know it gets your attention, and like if it's quirky, if it's like a certain kind of humor, you're fine with it. Cowboy Bebop doesn't have that. There's the character Edward that is a quirky character and has those things, but it's not part, like, that's just the character. It's not how the whole.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it makes total sense. All right, so if you were going to recommend an anime, whether it be to me or to one of our viewers or listeners, what would it be? What would be the anime that you're going to recommend? This is a Jamie Dolan anime.
Why are you doing this to me?
Because
I'm not even like an anime
fascinated.
expert or anything.
No, I know this. No, I totally know this. I dig it. I get it. I know that you are not an anime expert, but you understand it. You understand it more than me.
In it.
Well, I dabble in it, love. I dabble, but I
do.
But it's like I'm interested because of the people that we've been working with over the past couple cons.
I was going to recommend one to you right now. I'm going with my favorite, and that's the 7 Deadly Sins.
Okay. No, the only reason why I'm asking you this is because of the people that you and I have been working with. I'm curious because it's like, even though they tell us, or some of them, Justin, I don't watch what I do.
I know. I was just going to say, a lot of them don't watch these shows that they're a part of.
Yeah,
which is hilarious to me.
I sit there.
If you really take into consideration how many characters these people voice and how many episodes there are to a lot of these shows, how in the world would they even have the time to watch?
True. Very, very true.
Right away at least.
But it's like I sit here, or I sit there next to you, and as I look out to the audience that you and I are in front of, no matter where we are, and the passion that the audience has,
fierce with the anime crowd.
Exactly. So I mean, it's like the passion that I have for Superman, the passion I have for comics in general, or for Star Wars, or for Rocky for that matter, for Macho Man. And I'm like, wow, there's this whole anime. Does this have an entire world and these people have this passion for this. Would I have that same type of passion? I want to know. And I'm like, Jamie does watch some of this. Maybe I could, this is great because
I mean,
I'd
there
rather.
definitely are ones that you can and will get into for sure.
Okay, it's like the boys watch Sword Art online.
Yeah, Jess keeps telling me to watch that. He says it's incredible.
Yeah, Neil, I know you're still watching, and I believe Cody is out there, but he's watching NXT, probably
Yeah.
messaging Andrew. Um, they both sit there and watch that, and I guess there's a Sword Art movie that is only exclusive in IMAX theaters, and it's not in this area. They were actually looking for tickets to go see that, and I want to talk about movie tickets before we sign off in the next 15 minutes, but they had it on, and it's like these people are trapped in a video game, and they're like, if they die in the game, they die in person. And it's pretty intense, but it's like, holy cow, and then there another one that
Yeah,
they
the
watch is
other one he tells me to watch is Attack on Titan.
and that's what I was just going to
Yeah.
bring up. And we see when we're at a convention, we see a lot of cosplayers dressed up as characters from Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
And of course, My Hero Academia. We hear about that all the time, and I just want to. I don't know. I respect not just the actors, the voice actors, but the fans themselves, and the passion and the stuff that they go through is, to what they know. Neil is jumping back in, and Neil says Attack on Titan is so good and also very brutal. Brian Rose says, I don't know if I would want to, but try a
I'm gonna
superhero
read
anime.
it. You're totally
Yeah,
butchering it. He said,
yeah,
I
please.
don't know if you would want it or not, but try the superhero anime Tiger and Bunny. The character design is a huge fan of Batman.
Tiger and Bunny. Neil, remember that one. All right,
Hero!
Tiger and Bunny. Um, I just, it just intrigues me. The whole anime thing intrigues me huge. So I'm
I
thinking about
think
maybe
the
giving it a
more
shot.
and more you are moderating these panels and you see how passionate the crowd is, because I have to say, like, those panels with the anime ones that we've done, the crowd
Mhm.
in those is by far the most one, like every single person is in cosplay, just about. I would say 95% of the room is in cosplay.
And
And they're so, I mean, the lines go to the back of the room and they're all so just passionate. Like they're up there and they're shaking, to answer
crying,
the
and they're
question.
like,
Yeah, like,
they're I mean, I
so
thought
I
I
think
was.
that's where your draw is now, because you're seeing that this fan base is so attached that now you're getting curious. Because before you
Yeah,
didn't really ever have any interest at all. Like you were like,
no,
yeah.
no, not at all. I mean, to me, they were like, "Hey, do you want to talk? We need you and Jamie to talk to an anime a group." Okay, it was just it was a job. It
Yeah.
was go have a conversation and entertain a crowd. And once we go, okay, at this time it's a bigger show and it's going to be this show, and I'm like, I did a 2-second research, and okay, this show. Then I saw the crowd. I'm like, okay. Then I saw the crowd at the next show, and then the next show. I'm like, I'm looking at you. I'm like, holy cow! And then the poor. I mean, what got me was the two little girls in tears, and I'm like, holy cow! These are just the voices. They're. I mean, it was just insane. And though, I
Yeah.
mean, that I like I said, I have that passion with Superman. I have that passion with the Green Lantern and
Right.
Aquaman. Yeah, so I'm like, yeah,
You're
I get it.
curious about the
I get
passion.
yes, I am. And Brian, you want to read Brian, or I'm going to butcher it?
Yeah, Brian says, I'm not sure what Lewis's taste actually is, but I'll message you later, Lewis, with some anime suggestions.
Thank you, Brian.
I think Lewis would like the ones that are more fun and comical, not super serious. is more where Lou would be, I think, on an anime.
In other words, she's saying I'm immature.
Yeah.
I love you. All right.
But I
Anyway,
just don't think the serious ones are going to grasp your attention. I really don't.
okay. All right. I get it. I mean I totally get it. I do.
I would say next time we're at a con, I'll put something on TV for you to watch. But we know how that goes.
No. It's, again,
we don't turn the TV on.
Aviva comes in.
This,
Wow.
this.
I know. Aviva. What is that, Aviva?
She says, and with all that passion, what Jamie said makes it so sad. I get they don't have the time to watch the shows, but it can hurt the fans. No, and that is the truth. And they do warn us backstage, the ones that haven't seen it, and they're like, hey, just so you know, like, don't ask me any in-depth questions about the show because I haven't watched it. And I'm like,
yeah. Aviva is and here comes our producer, David Losh, or a
thanks,
soon-to-be
David.
producer. David says, I think Lewis is awesome, but not as cool as Wonder Woman. Yeah, thanks, Dave. I appreciate it. Aviva, my God. Aviva is a huge supporter of the Angry Geeks. I love her and Mark to death, and Ephraim. Love them all to death, the whole family. Aviva knows how Jamie and I run our panel. She knows how we work. So she also knows how we interact with the audience of the panels and with the people that we work with. So we do throw out rules. And it's like they tell us, hey, I don't watch the show. So we have to dance around that. And it's Marcus from So Wizard Podcast. I love those guys. Marcus says he thinks that Cowboy Bebop is one of the best anime ever. So good, even Lewis would like it. Oh, okay.
I don't think it'll hold Lou's attention.
And David says we need to get together very soon. I think your panels are the best of the best. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that, Dave.
That's all Lou. He steals the show the whole time and doesn't let me talk. So,
that's gonna change. I promise.
Just sit there and I just sit there and smile.
Well, that's why everybody wants that anyway. Though I did get yelled. Carl Weathers yelled at me, and so did the Honky Tonk Man. So yeah, that's going to change for sure. I promise. Brian Rose says he has a few in mind. I'll take a look at them and get back to them. Thank you, Jamie. All right, I got a quick question for everybody out there. Who is having trouble getting Spider-Man tickets? Anyone going to see Spider-Man opening weekend in our area? It is sold out. You can't get a ticket at all to go see it. Aviva, do you have your tickets yet for Hadley? Because Aviva actually goes to the same theaters that we go to. And we have been talking about her, Mark, and I actually trying to hook up to go see a movie together, but it is just crazy. And Jamie, actually, next time you do come down to the Geek Lair, we should all get together with Rose and everybody, all go to a movie together. I think that would be awesome because there's a couple pizza places out there we can all go to as well.
Why are you always trying to feed me pizza?
Because you like it.
I love pizza.
I know. Brian says, I haven't, but I heard it's being scalped. And we can only get to 10:30 a.m. on Sunday in West Springfield. We are actually going in Hadley, but 7 on Sunday night. It's just insane. And Cody was trying nonstop to get in, even with our press credentials. No passes. We can't. No, boss.
You can't fling around your I like pineapple on pizza.
Maybe when you come down, boss, we'll get it.
We'll eat anything, though. You can't. I'm literally a human garbage disposal, so you know.
Yeah, don't let her fool you guys. Don't, because she will eat. You guys think I can eat? She can eat.
And I literally will eat anything. I don't care. I'm like,
I'll ask her.
So good. I'll
ask her, what do you want? Now, I get this from my wife, and I get this from my adopted sister here. What do you want to eat? I don't care. I'll eat anything. And it's true. They both will eat anything.
I'm just happy to have food. And that's it, period.
And Brian says he'll eat nearly any pizza topping except for onion and anchovies. Yeah, no anchovies, that's for sure. If my godfather was here.
I won't eat that if I had to be in a public setting, because those are not people-friendly foods. Like that's stuff that, you know.
And the So Wizard podcast boys are back in the house. Marcus says that he got his tickets for opening night, but it took him into 2:30 a.m.
That's
Holy
crazy. I'm
cow.
actually going right now to see if my little lowly local theater here has them available.
Yeah, but you could do the same thing that I can do, Jamie, by just making a phone call and getting in for. But we
Yes,
don't
but
want to do that.
I'm not that person.
Exactly.
Wait a
Neither
minute,
one of
let's
us
see.
will do that. So,
Oh,
yeah,
are you
Cody
kidding
actually.
me? They have like Friday. Do you hear this dog?
Yeah, I hear the dog.
I can't with him right now. He is Friday night.
And Wolfie, we talked
Friday,
about you.
11:30, 1:30, 3:30, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30. See, guys, this is what's great about living in the middle of nowhere.
I thought it was the dog, but it's not. It's actually Wolfie. The sound effects. It's
Hi,
not Nero.
Wolfie.
Wolfie says he's sorry he missed us tonight. I am good, brother. How are you?
Nero.
Thank you for at least joining in at the back. We are talking about. We just got through talking about anime, but now we're talking about tickets for Spider-Man No Way Home, and Jamie's trying to get her tickets now.
What is on your nose?
Get it? Is he Rudolph? Come
here.
Are you did you get your tickets? Did you sign in or no?
No, but they have 11:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 5:30, 6:30,
okay, yeah, those are your
and
show
7:30
times.
Available.
Oh, available? Really?
Yes.
Down here
at 2:30 p.m. in Real D 3D.
Okay, because down here, like Aviva was telling you, and
No, they're like, if it's sold out, it wouldn't show up on here. Like,
okay, and Mark, yeah, we cannot get them in our area for nothing.
Yeah, because I live in the middle of nowhere, and it's a terrible. I mean, it's not a terrible theater compared to.
Where's she going again, Jamie? We are almost done.
Dog, I'm sorry. He's like trying to literally eat the couch right now.
Trying to eat the couch.
He's yelling at the couch. That's what he's yelling at.
All right.
I guess it looked at him funny, but yeah, it's a small theater. It's not fancy. It's not like IMAX or anything. They have 3D, but the screens aren't even like they have a big screen, but it's not like, you go to these new modernized theaters. But I love it there because it's empty and there's nobody there.
All right. Before we wrap up, any news on the event, on the escape room, on the adventure room? By the look on your face, I would say no.
No. You're supposed to remind me.
All right, I will remind you.
Me.
All right, for those of you, please remember to tune in this Saturday night on the Angry Geek Show Facebook page and on my personal page, where you will be joined by Santa himself live streaming to talk to any of your children. So please tune in for that, 7 p.m. Eastern this Saturday night. Santa will be live streaming to answer all your questions and to interact with the children. He will be live streaming 7 p.m. this Saturday night. There will be a graphic and a picture up on my Facebook page and the Angry Geek Show page. So please make sure you guys join in and see that. And Audrey says, ho, ho, ho. That's right. And yes, Wolfie, Santa will be live streaming with us this Saturday night.
Waffles, Wolfie, it's waffles.
So, yes, make sure you see Santa. Jamie, this Monday night, 1 week from tonight, Codex Prime, Carl Bird himself will be in the house hanging out with us. Carl is another podcaster. We were guests on his show. He is a great kid. We met him at Rhode Island Comic-Con and his partner. He's going to be hanging out with us, and he's great. He's a great kid. I love him to death. He's going to hang out with us for an hour next Monday night.
He likes us.
I don't know either. I don't know. He likes hanging out with old people, I guess. I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure. And Steve Paulus from CBCS will also be joining us next week. We have to talk with that man, boy, I tell you. Jamie, where can people find you and I each and every week?
You You can find us on the website at theangrygeekshow.com, which is on the bottom of the screen right now, conveniently, or on Facebook and Instagram at The Angry Geeks.
We love you guys. Oh, can I play a Christmas Carol really quick?
No.
Oh, yeah. 5, yeah. 5,
Bye, everybody.
This has been an Earplug Podcast presentation, found on earplugpodcast.com, iTunes, SoundCloud, and wherever your favorite podcasts are found.